Justin, how did it feel? It was fun. Wasn't that one of our goals? That writing workshop be fun and that learning be fun? What was fun about it, Justin? What was fun about it?
Because we got to write fun stories.
Because you got to write fun stories? Yeah, lovely, lovely. Brittany, how did it feel?
Well, it felt great because you get to write anything you want to.
Writing anything you want to feels really, really, really great. Nicole, how did it feel today to do your work?
It felt excellent.
It felt excellent? What was the excellent part?
When you get to show people how you write and stuff about your life.
Yeah, where you get to show people. Last person.
It felt great because I get to write stuff that people might want to read.
You get to write stuff that people might want to read. Isn't that the best part of writing? Other people reading it. And Xavier, when I'm writing stuff that I know other people are going to want to read and love reading, my writing is a lot better. Now, one person, Justin, finished the first thing that he was writing. Did anybody else finish one thing? When you finish one thing, what do you do next, Justin? You go on to another thing, right? Go right back to the beginning. Exactly. Does your answer have to be the same tomorrow? No. Or when you finish? No, absolutely. Absolutely not. Who got stuck? Who got frozen? Who got, oh, I can't go anywhere else without help? Wow, you did? How did you help yourself? Because you unstuck yourself, didn't you?
Yes, I couldn't figure out how tall the house should be, but I just made it so it's almost to the top.
Excellent. So you weren't sure and you just made a decision. Excellent. How come you got stuck?
It's because I messed up and then I just got a new piece of paper and started.
When you say you messed up, what do you mean? And say it strong. I don't think they can hear back there.
The reason why I got messed up is because I didn't want the beginning of my story to start like the way I did.
Oh, so you wanted it to start differently, so you started it on a new piece of paper? Good. Anyone else get stuck? Brittany?
I couldn't figure out how to make a chapter book, but I figured it out.
But you figured it out on your own. You thought you needed me, didn't you? You thought you needed me, and then you gave up needing me, and you fixed it on your own. Ariel K did exactly the same thing, right? Ariel K was the first one to unstick herself. Good work today. Good work today. Before we stop, I want you to think about how you're going to start tomorrow. And the writing time tends to be shorter on the very first day because we need to spend more time than we often would laying the right amount of groundwork. So usually there's not that much on the paper at the end of the day, of that first day. But children all have had the experience of going off, beginning a piece of writing pretty independently and moving forward towards that goal. Use the daydream that you had tonight, right? And get the daydream on paper.
I think it's amazing what kids can do at this age if we give them the chance. And the first thing that I think, which is amazing, is the joy they get from writing. Because the two things that matter most in our teaching writing is that we increase their skill, their ability to write better, but also that they want to write. Because we haven't really helped them if their skill gets better, but they don't want to write. So we want that joy to be there.
Trusting kids is probably, if we could just give one teacher one gift, that's what I would give them. It's just trust kids because they're so capable and so competent. And you just have to do it. You just have to tell yourself, I've got to trust these kids. But that doesn't mean you're not accountable. That doesn't mean you're not doing status of the class, that you're not bringing them up and doing one-on-one conferences.
The status of the class, it's the way that I know that, first of all, that they planned ahead. Okay, it isn't just go to their seats and do whatever. They have an idea in place before they go to, well, not their seat, but anywhere in the classroom. And they're ready to begin their project for that day. Brendan, are you still publishing today?
Yeah.
Or did you finish yesterday?
No.
You're still publishing? Cassandra?
Reflection.
You're going to do your reflection, so you're done Okay, so we're going to have one computer available. Cynthia?
Conference.
Conference with, you said you wanted to conference with me, right?
Yes.
Why do you want to conference with me, Cynthia?
To see if there's
Do you want me just to listen to your writing piece? Okay, I'll listen to your writing piece. Dalia?
self-talk.
Ooh, you're going to work on self-talk? Yeah, have you noticed that I finally put the other revision self-talk where in your head you're thinking, you're talking to yourself, you're questioning yourself, Eduardo?
Drafting
You're going to draft what? What do you mean by drafting?
by pop out words, dialogue, and
Okay, just choose one for today. Which one? Which one are you going to start off with?
dialogue.
Dialogue? Okay. Francisco?
The reflecting sheet.
Your writing reflection?
Yeah.
You didn't finish yesterday? No. Javier? And then you might share at the end of the hour, right? Okay.
The fourth draft.
Fourth draft. And why are you doing a fourth draft?
Because I was doing a conference with Ms. Gonzalez and she told me to take some things off and put some things.
Okay, Javier, remember that as a writer, you make the decision, okay? You know, I can tell you, you know what, Javier, just put it away. But just because I tell you that, does that mean that you're going to put it away and not work on it anymore?
No.
No, who's the writer?
Me.
And who makes the decisions? Yes. And so if what somebody tells you and it's not really going to work for you, do you have to make the change? No. Okay. So you're the writer. Okay. You decide. So, Jonathan? How do I keep track of who's doing what? And I think it's the questioning on a daily basis. For instance, when they say I'm on the third draft, and you know, when I go back and I say, why are you on the third draft? You know, and they have to go back and think. And when I do that, it's really a modeling for the rest of the students. And I think it gets them thinking because with time, they won't say I'm working on draft number 4. You know, they'll tell me, you know, that I just looked at a new revision strategy, and so therefore I'm going on to a next draft. Juan Aguilera. Reflection. Juan, and maybe you'll be ready to share tomorrow? Maybe. If we have time today, we'll do that. Juan Barraza.
Publishing.
Were you publishing yesterday? Okay. Yes, you were. Laura?
Draft.
Yes, you are drafting. And what are you working on today? Remember, we talked about it yesterday, and we came and looked at the revision strategies, and then you looked at your writing piece, and you said you were going to do pop-out words, and why were you going to do pop-out words?
I was gonna do pop-out words for the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there's one other thing that you're going to work after that if you finish that, okay? But we won't worry about that. Just work on putting that song inside of your story. Lilia?
Rewriting.
And where are you going to be getting ideas from today?
I already got my idea from looking at a book.
Okay, which book did you use?
Family Pictures.
So you went through this one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and which picture gave you an idea, or which piece?
The one about the birthday party.
Okay, so I guess yours is going to be about a birthday party. Mark?
Conference
With?
with Eduardo.
Eduardo? And have you talked to Eduardo about this before?
Yeah.
And he agreed? It's good planning ahead. Michelle?
Conference
With?
Javier and Jose.
Javier and Jose, is that okay? I think Jose might want to start publishing his piece. Is that right? Okay. You want to choose somebody else, or do you want to just conference with Javier?
Eduardo, if he can.
He's conferencing with Mark.
I just stay with Javier.
Okay. Miguel?
Pre-writing?
Pre-writing. Where are you looking for your pre-writing idea?
Picture book. Picture books.
Okay. Which one are you going to start with?
Cuadros de familia.
Yeah. I think that's a great book to start with. Naitzi?
Conference.
Conference with?
Raven and Dahlia.
Raven and Dahlia? Is that okay? Raven.
Pre-writing ideas.
And where are you going to go for pre-writing ideas?
And my writing notebook.
Notebook, okay. Ricardo?
Conference.
Who are you going to conference with, Ricardo?
Eddie and
Eddie's conferencing with somebody.
Francisco.
Francisco. Eddie, what have you done? Rosa.
Conference.
With?
You. Spelling.
For editing? Okay. And you already did all the... Okay. Stephanie?
Adding more repetition.
And Teresa, I absent. Sometimes I do worry. I worry about, how do I know? How do I know that they're really working on this? Or how do I know whether a student understands what to do? But then when I look at their writing pieces, it's there. A lot of it, I think, has to do with trusting them. And them knowing that they have, I don't want to call it a job. They have a purpose. And the purpose for that period of time is to develop the writing piece.
What we're doing is we're building independence in learning. We're helping these students learn that they are in charge of themselves as learners. Because ultimately, what are we looking at? We're not looking at creating students who can write an essay when I tell them to write an essay. We're taking a look at developing literate individuals who can write and be effective communicators when the need comes their way.